Yo. For tonight's Covert After Dark, CGB After Dark, we are building my deck for an upcoming Worst Possible Commanders show. So we're building EDH, baby. And this is going to be Leo, aka Leonardo Da Vinci, which I can't spell. Maybe if I stared at the card. My baby, yeah. Da Vinci. Why'd I put an H in there? Somebody's mad. There we go. AKA super serial version, because I got my 50 out of 500 serialized Leo that I'm building to play on the show. So let's get right into it. You're gonna see me build this from scratch. Don't get too excited, but it's something, I guess. Nope, no deck list, no nothing. We're going in. There's our champ. We'll switch the version in a second. First, let's get an idea of what we're working with. All right, Assassin's Creed card. Blue and blue 3/3 legendary creature, human artificer. 3 blue until end of turn. Thopters you control have base power and toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Yay! I love cards in hand. 2 and a blue, draw a card, then discard. If you discarded card is an artifact, exile it. Then create a token that's a copy of it, except it's an O2 Thopter artifact with flying, in addition to other types. So we reanimate the artifact as a copy of it that's also an O2 and also a Thopter. So we want expensive artifacts with awesome ETBs. Artifact, graveyard, reanimator, shenaniganry. That's what we're up to. So now that we've got an idea of what we're going for, I start boring. I start super duper boring. I start in the lands, and this is mono blue, so this is an easy one. Get me 33 Island. Is there any reason to be a snow-covered island? I can't think of one. And what version will we use? It should be the Assassin's Creed one, right? Because we're doing this is Assassin's Creed deck. So it looks like we have a few choices here. Which one do I like? I like this one. Let's go. Give me 33 of those beauty islands. Also, let's set this up for success. There you are. Where's my serialized? Yeah, there we go. NA. You know why? Nobody got one. We gotta flex. All right. I love a lot of basics. I'm big on basics. I believe in lots of basic lands, but I also believe in a lot of lands that do good things, like Utawara, Soaring City. There's also probably, what is it? Probably a buried ruin deck. Maybe not, but what is the land that puts things? Academy Ruins, maybe? Is this it? Yeah, this one. And I think there was a recent printing. Okay, there's one that's from Tomb Raider. That'll do. Get that in there. All right, that's a good one. This is an artificer. Should have left up the actual version. Okay, I can't switch the printing till the end. Human artificer. All right, not a wizard. A lot of people run Mystic Sanctuary in this. I guess I can do that. Doesn't really hurt anything. We could run fetch lands to get it. I don't really believe in that. I don't think that's necessary at all. There are blue lands that I run all the time. This is an Ancient Tomb deck. Yep, this is an Inventor's Fair deck. Yep. Gain a life when you control 3 or more artifacts. Can also tutor for an artifact, which can be good. I don't think we want the Lord of the Rings version. Give me the Zendikar Rising foil. Alright. And what is this? Isn't there? Yeah, give me the Time Spiral remastered one, which I think I have. So that's 38 lands already, which is probably more than we need, being real. But we can definitely cut some of the basics. You'll see though, I plan to run a few cards that take advantage of this. Myriad Landscape. Man, I hate doing this because you guys are going to realize that I can't spell. Give me, sure, why not? The Doctor Who one. Doesn't look good. And Temple of False God. Give me that. Have a classic foil. There we go. $15.98 for this foil now. This was like over $100 in foil. see, reprints are destroying Magic the Gathering. I'm just kidding. I'll probably think of some other lands as we go. Reliquary Tower is usually a very good one, especially with equal to number of cards in your hand. There we go. Give me... Yeah, there's a Modern Horizons 3 Commander one that's foil. That is fine. Oh, I have this one somewhere. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll find that one. All right. Assassin's Creed. There's a lot of cards in Assassin's Creed I haven't quite checked out yet. So goals for the deck, of course, are pretty good content. Of course, we'd love good content, but I also don't want to get rolled over, so it needs to be kind of competitive. It also, the deck needs to function in such a way that it plays some new cards. I really want to play new cards, especially with artifacts. There's like a lot of new artifacts that are here and there. So there's a lot of old artifacts that are just, you could throw in this, but I want to play a lot of new ones. So that's going to be an important part of this. Also, there's some MDFCs here, right? Sink into Stupor, I think goes in pretty much everything, but like Hydro Specimen or whatever that one is, I'm not very keen on. I think this is a Seagate Restoration deck because of the +X+X, where X is the cards in your hand. So I think those will make the cut. And that brings us to 39 lands, but 2 of them are kind of handy spells. I'm okay with higher land counts most of the time. Maybe we'll cut some later. All right, ramp. Probably like 8 to 10. I think we'll run some of the bigger ramp cards in artifacts like Thran Dynamo, Gilded Lotus, Coveted Jewel, maybe, stuff like that. So let's get the basics done. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Belwar Stone. I put in like everything in this deck. It's Thought Vessel. Which version will I use? Give me my Secret Lair. Give me the classic Belmar Stone. Give me, what's Soul Ring? Do I want to run Hatsune Miku at them? There's gotta be an Assassin's Creed one, right? Creed? No? There's definitely an Assassin's Creed Soul Ring. Huh? Now I'm confused. Like, look at all these Soul Rings and you're telling me no Assassin's Creed? Show only printings from your collection? That ain't it. Weird. I'm putting an Assassin's Creed in here. Maybe they didn't get a special, cool, beautiful Soul Ring. What's the right Assassin's Creed Soul Ring? Not one of the Elvish ones. It's a good question, right? Some of you are like, just get on with it. I'm like, no. This is the real stuff when you play Commander. This is the juice. And anybody who disagrees is crazy. Give me that one. Ooh. It's a good little thought vessel. All right. The real juice. Give me a Wayfarer's Bauble. That's a good one. And the Fallout one looks pretty sick. But what else is a good ramp piece? There's like Sky Diamond, but not really. There's the Medallion, but not really because we're gonna have a lot of artifacts. There's Ethereum Sculptor. That's a good one, right? Makes artifacts cost less. Have any foilies? Did they make a foil? I didn't get a foil Fallout Secret Lair, and I have regrets. I have many regrets. Yeah, that's not even that great, right? Just artifact spells. I'd rather have something cheap. I'd rather have something that just gives me mana in general. There's Mind Stone. That's a good one. And now there's the energy, like solar something. Solar Transformer. Enters tapped, but then taps for that sweet, sweet mana of any color 3 times or colorless. Actually, that's probably enough. Like, we don't need a ton of ramp in this deck until we start hitting the real goods. Is this a Mana Crypt deck? I think so. We can pull out some of the shinies, and Mana Crypt, as expensive as it is, was recently reprinted in the special guest, and I don't have this one. And do I wish I did? I think I have this one. I do want to get the blue one for a vanity piece, but I have the special guest from Ixalan. That'll do. That'll definitely do. All right, ramp. 8 of them. 8's probably fine because then we're gonna go into Thran, some of the bigger ones. Got Thran Dynamo. It's a good 3 mana rock for this Midnight Clock. Give me Commander Masters Thran Dynamo. No, give me Secret Lair Thran Dynamo. Arcane. Arcane, you guys. Gilded Lotus. Give me that big one. Don't take that out of context, please. Give me the Retro. And what was the 3 mana rock I said? Midnight Clock. One I love to use. This might be a better one that I haven't thought of. Now, what's the mana rock in Assassin's Creed? That is also it's Crystal Skull, right? The Indiana Jones movie that we'd all like to forget. Yeah, this one, this beauty. I think I got this one. Crystal Skull. Nice. Assassin's Creed flavor. All right. Now we have 12 pieces of ramp. We're good. Maybe I'll think of something that fits in better in a minute. All right. After ramp, I like to get the board wipes out of the way. Cyclonic Rift is an easy one. Everybody loves a good Cyclonic Rift. Where's my... There we go. Give me my anime one. Then what? In this deck, what? Then what? Raise the Palisade. Naming Thopter is gonna be good. Yep. Foil that. Okay. Then what? What is another mono blue board wipe? I like to have 3. And there's the new one, Desynchronization. Not like a heavy hitter. It doesn't hit like everything. It's a solid card. Go. Yep, that's the Assassin's Creed one. Return each non-land permanent that's not historic to its owner's hand. Boom. Boss. All right, we got 3 board wipes. Removal. We would like Into the Flood Maw. I think this card is sweet. I want to put it in everything. This is the gift a card to bounce any, or gift a fish, a tapped fish to return any non-land permanent opponent controls, or just 1 blue to return target creature. I think this goes in all over the place. A lot of people like Pongify. A lot of people like Rapid Hybridization. I do not like those. I end up getting attacked by the 3/3 more than most people. I think that's why those cards are kind of bad for me. But maybe we run them anyway. I like Suspend a lot. It's a card I use quite a bit. And yeah, we'll go with Pongify because mono blue, what can you do? You need instant speed, stuff that keeps bad things from happening. As much as I don't like to give them things to punch me with, sometimes just taking out their commander can win you the game. So really hard, by the way, to get a good foil of this. Pongify, on the other hand, I think, yeah, there was a foil one of these in Time Spiral Remastered, as well as Modern Horizons Commander, which has ripples. But Rapid Hybridization could use something. And we're kind of close to an all foil deck. I thought we could get there if we cut a few pieces. We'll see. All right, what is the Cyberman Awakening or something? What is the one that turns a creature face down from Doctor Who? 2 blue mana. I thought it was something about Cybermen. Cyber conversion. That's a good one. Turns their creature face down, and it's a 2/2 Cyberman artifact, which can completely nuke a, you know what I'm trying to say. Completely nuke a commander. What about Witness Protection? Do we want that? It's kind of mean, but gotta be mean. Because they're my friends doesn't mean I'll be nice. So this is 8 instant speed removal. This is 9. Actually, no. There's 3. There's 2 board wipes here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll call it. I don't like to count the things that might end up being a land. So we got 6 spot removals. We also could use Reality Shift. And I mean, we're in mono blue, so we're not gonna have as much removal as most. Trying to think of another good removal piece. But some of them will probably be the artifacts, right? Artifacts that work with our commander. Like the Might Stone and the Weak Stone, for example. That will definitely make the grade. And then another one is Meteor Galuna. More things I can't spell. Isn't there a new one that gains control of stuff? I guess we could have a Gilded Drake in this. I do own one, but I try to use newer cards. There's a new Drake, right? Energy Drake. I want to be a gain control guy. I would if it were an artifact. We do want to look for artifact synergy in our cards where we can find them. Cityscape Level. That's another one that we can discard to Leonardo Da Vinci to get a removal effect. 1, 2. I wonder if we want All Is Dust. Another sweeper. That's pretty good. Because we're gonna make colorless Thopters. Sorry, Leo, I can't help you. And I have this one. Sacrifice all permanents they control that are 1 or more colors. I guess we could also run Ugin, right? If we're gonna do that. Big blue. Oh, we could run that Ugin. Nah, we got like Tezzeret. We got various other things to run, right? A lot of board wipe, but hey, That's what we're here for. Dude, look at that Ugin. That is wild. Secret Lair Showdown Ugin? That is pretty. I think I have this one. Yeah, all these ways to kill Leonardo da Vinci, but leave our Thopters. Yay. I mean, we're also going to have a portal to Phyrexia, but now we're starting to get into some of the bigger things. It's just showing that we can kind of cheat some removal into these decks, right? So, gotta keep that in mind. Let's assume we have enough spot removal. Let's assume we have sweepers. Card freaking draw. Heuristic Study. People who say don't run this card get bent. So good. Why would I not run this card? And yeah, I have this one. What of it? But like, why would you not play this? Oh, I don't like asking people. It's annoying. Come on. Come on. What is the Doctor Who card that draws cards equal to your historic cards? Where is it? One of these. Traverse Eternity. That's it. Draw cards equal to the highest mana value among historic permanents. We're probably going to build in a little bit of a Thopter theme, so Distant Melody can be good. Kindred Discovery can be good. Just need to make sure that we're also making Thopters as we go. So, what is the Thopter that draws cards? Thought Monitor. Yep. A good one. Oh, isn't Ugin's like binding? Ugin's something. Ugin's Binding is an MH3 card, right? Turn. Yeah, we're gonna have some big artifacts. Whenever you cast a color spell with mana value 7 or greater. Yeah, that can be good. Maybe I don't need Rapid Hive. Maybe the all-foil deck dream is alive. I think I have a foil one of these somewhere. I think it's just an original. Yeah, I think it's a Morningtide one. Yes, the all-foil deck dream is indeed alive. This is from Modern Horizons. Yeah, I have this one. All right. Oh, it's not a Thopter, it's a construct. Watch out for that. But, other ways to get a bunch of Thopters. Ornithopter. Retro artifacts all over the place. But right now we're doing card draw. Thought cast? I don't know if I have a foil one of those. Yeah, they haven't been printed in foil in a minute. You're on the chopping block. Alright. What else do you get? New hand. Windfall. I'm a big Windfall believer. I think it's a really exciting card. I put it in tons of decks. More card draw though. Draw a card whenever an artifact enters. Draw a card whenever something artifact. Something draw a card, artifact, draw a card. One of the best ways to find these kind of things is just to look at sets that had an artifact deck in them. One of them was definitely Doctor Who. But they also had a lot of like clue stuff and other ways to get card advantage. I mean, this card I don't want to forget. That's pretty good. It's a good clone, but there's other sets I definitely want to look into. The Big Score has artifacts. Duplicator. Whenever you sack this or another artifact, you may put 2. If you do, at the beginning of the next step, create a token that's a copy of that artifact. Interesting. Sacrifice this card. I don't know. I've never used the duplicator. Synthesizer and Helm I want to run. Walker's Helm. World Walker Helm? Yeah. I want to try those cards. They're very fun. World Walker Helm gives you a bunch of map tokens. Synthesizer gives you card structure. Good times. Skull Clamp go in this deck? It depends if how I'm making other Thopters. These little Thopter machines. I wonder if Lost GT goes in. Whenever it does combat damage, which might not be good in our deck because of the O2 nature of these things that we're making. Lotus Ring is interesting. Nexus of Becoming I want. Nexus of Becoming I really want. I love this card. It's so good in Hazel. It's so good in so many types of token decks. The Inner Sun? What is that? Chimil something or other? That discovers. Let's grab that. I have this version. That is a sick one. So these are just artifacts that gain card advantage. Immortal, Sun. Kind of turns off Ugin, doesn't it? Doesn't mean we have to cut Ugin, but it's a strike against Ugin for sure. I hate Nombos, man. I hate them. Sorry, buddy. Everybody was so pumped. Did I pick out my Kindred Discovery? Where's my anime Kindred Discovery? There you are. This Witness Protection looks funny down here now, but still a pretty good card. Utter Insignificance might be better. There's just so many new cards, man. You can build decks with so many new cards right now. We'll keep both for a moment. All right, we're looking into card advantage. There's something that's like draw cards for each artifact you control. I mean, we can definitely run Urza, the mono blue Urza. Lord High Artificer. That is its own card advantage machine, isn't it? I'm sure that blue has no problem actually drawing cards. We're still on track for the all foil, so I think I'm cutting Thoughtcast. I'm sure we'll find another way. So there was Big Score, there was Outlaws. Can't remember any great artifacts in Outlaws. Modern Horizons 3 was a heck of a set. We should at least have a look. I'm sure there might be something here that I'm not thinking of that really belongs. Harbinger of the Seas? Do we blue moon them? Oh yeah, we do. And Winter Moon? No Winter Orb, no. But like these are new cards that have never been on the show before. And I don't know. It's open. So if you're wondering what the theme of this week is, it's dealer's choice. They are going to bring whatever they want. So yeah, there's Volatile Stormdrake. That's still probably pretty damn good. But they're gonna bring whatever they want, so we can punish it. We can be punishing if they play too many colors or no basics. Archway of Innovation. Oh, we want that, right? Yeah, this is how I try to build decks with a lot of new cards. I try to find the goodies I haven't played much of. 39 lands is way too many. We'll go down to this, especially with Mana Crypt. We definitely don't need that many with Mana Crypt. So, card draw. Do we have enough card draw? I think we want Teferi's Ageless Insight, because we already have a looter in our command zone, so using this and getting more draws off it is pretty freaking sweet. I have an Alhamrat's Archive in foil. Did they make one in foil? I know I have one, but no. I do not have that foil. And besides, it helps me focus more on playing with newer cards, since honestly, it's a lot easier to get new cards in foil than old cards. Cameo is not color identity. I don't believe in hydroelectric specimen. I love the MDFCs that are interaction. I hate the MDFCs that are not. Ooh, Kappa Cannoneer. Gimme. So good. That used to be worth more, right? Let's check the other Assassin's Creed cards. Assassin's Gauntlet. When it enters, attach up to one creature. Tap all. Crystal Skull, we said yes. Eagle Vision, Escape Detection. I don't think we can do any free running. Much as I'd love to draw 3 cards. We're just not attacking the commander that way. Not what we do. The Animus. At the beginning of your end step, exile legendary creature card from the graveyard with a memory. Till end of turn, target legendary becomes a copy. No, I don't think that's it. Brotherhood Regalia. Unblockable is nice. Board 2 is nice, but wrong deck. Leo isn't really here to attack. Leo's here to mess around and invent some cool stuff. By the way, untapping Leo lets us do some pretty cool things. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. That is really good if we lean in on the Thopter thing. And then there's Propaganda. You know what's better than that though is Vident stuff. You have a foil. I have a few foils. Vident, Thassa, Propaganda. Get people to leave me alone, which is a pretty big ask for me. Nobody wants to leave me alone. They want to kill me. They want to kill me fast. Your turn. Be a coward. Stun. Yeah, I don't think any of that is quite up our alley. So, I haven't made sure I got these yet. I have to get on this. Because there's a sort of feast and famine over there, and that's kind of sick. I'm sure by now some of you are wondering why I don't just go on EDH Rec and copy other decks. It's because I only go there at the end, and usually when I have about 10 cards left or no more ideas, like if I hit a wall of some kind. I really like to build decks. I don't like to copy decks. I do a lot more copying of decks on MTG Arena these days because my passion and my interaction with Standard isn't the same as it used to be. Season of Weaving looks cool. But, I mean, at my core, I like to build decks, and I still like to build commander decks, and EDH Rec is a useful tool, but it kind of makes all decks the same. So you gotta be careful how you use it. I'll use it at the end. We're getting there. We're almost there. There's a few cards I know I want because of their synergy with the command. There's threefold Thunderhulk. I know I want this big bad here. This is a gnome that enters with counters on it. In fact, there's a few things that enter with counters on it. What's the other big one? Thunderhulk was the first one that came to mind, but I know there's another one. Triskelion? Yeah, Dominaria Remastered had this. So it enters with 3 counters. So I make an O2 copy, but then it gets 3 counters, and I can remove counters from it to deal damage to any target. So that's another sort of removal. It's not great. It's not nearly as great as the threefold Thunderhulk, which whenever it enters or attacks makes gnomes equal to its power. That's kind of absolutely cracked for that mana. I think there's Mirror Battlesphere. Oh wait, but I don't really want Mirror Battlesphere. I want, what's the one that gives everything Myriad? Cyberman something. Cyberman Squadron? Yes. Yes, you. Non-legendary artifact creatures have Myriad. That could be so busted. Oh, we love that. Okay. More of that. So we got 10 cards to go. I think it's a fine time to go to EDH Rec. Hold on. I have, can you still hear me? Yeah. So I subscribe to the EDH Rec Patreon. So I have to make sure it signs in correctly. It did. All right. Deck building. There we go. Although not loading images. Weird. All right. Let's search for Leonardo. So since I subscribe to their Patreon, as long as I'm logged in, I don't get ads. They would like Season of Weaving. So do I. What is this? Search the library for an artifact card, reveal and shuffle. Put that card into your hand if you control an assassin. I won't. Otherwise, put it on top. I mean, that's fine, right? Because then we loot for it. Yeah, Loyal Inventor is good. And so is Season of Weaving. That's what they're recommending? Sure. Also just thought of High Tide. I want High Tide. It's just kind of a ritual, right? So I don't really love, like, I had the idea that I would make a lot more Thopters, but I don't like a lot of these cards. I don't like Efficient Construction. I don't like Thopters by Network. I don't really like Psi. I like Ornithopter of Paradise. I like Training Grounds. I think that those are good. I don't think I needed that much ramp, so maybe I can cut Felwar Stone. But I like Ornithopter of Paradise better. Felwar Stone, I mean, you know it, you love it, but it is old. Yeah, maybe another piece of ramp isn't bad. Let's keep it for now. Like, we could get things like War of Invention and just try to set up combos. I'm also not too interested in just that level of redundancy. Ooh, I don't have Mana Drain in here though, and I have a lot of big colorless stuff. And I actually don't have many, if any, counter spells at all. So a Mana Drain could go a long way. Fierce Guardianship is also a card that we play a lot. I think I'm gonna leave it at home. Liberator is nice, but we're already kind of doing instant speed stuff. Let's do Solemn. I love the idea of Metamorph. I don't like the idea of Lords. We want this sad robot or this sad robot? I like this one. And where'd it go? The other one I looked up was Phyrexian Metamorph, right? There it is. Where I have this one from a secret lair that's sick. If I were making a bunch of 1/1 Thopters, the card that would be great would be the Skull Clamp, but really not. If we're not making that many Thopters, maybe the Kindred Discovery. That still seems good, but maybe not Distant Melody. Maybe we don't want to be all in on this. Unctus is good. Unctus. Then there is Graz, which that is like awesome. Emery is awesome. Yeah, Emery filling that graveyard is gonna help. This is gonna do a lot of the same. I needed like a blue way to reanimate everything. Did I have the Training Grounds? I don't remember. Yeah, I did. Okay. Forensic Gadgeteer. When you cast an artifact spell, investigate activated abilities of artifacts. Cost 1 less to activate. Doesn't it help me with Leo? Airback Walker. Platinum Angel is a really funny one. Goes Worm Coil Engine. I like those. I guess Worm Coil isn't that good, right? Because it won't have a power. But instant speed, make an O2 Platinum Angel. Kind of sick. This card's okay. Probably a good one to make. Yeah, it's a lot of mana. I haven't played that one much. So now we're officially over at 103. I guess we have been. We could go even bigger with things like Triplicate Titan. Duplicant is kind of interesting. Could get more card draw with Fairy Mastermind. Ooh, I like it. I like the idea of Omen Hawker. It's kind of our mana dork. Exodus is pretty cool, but yeah. I believe I have a foil of Hexavus. And isn't there something else too, like Scavenge Brawler or something? Let me see. Because we're really close. We are unbelievably close to the all foil deck. No! Ah. Alright. I definitely don't want too many counter spells. It doesn't feel like that kind of deck. It's more of a powerful deck that does things on its own. Of course, it's blue, so everybody else is going to play a ton of counter spells. I am not. March of Progress. Use target artifact creature you control. For each create a token that's a copy. Wow. Do we have a foil? Magic Online has foils. Nice. Nope. Not Brothers. Not Brothers War. Not Brothers War Commander. Unwinding Clock. Forsaken Monument. Magic Mirror. Mystic Forge. The One Ring. There we go. That's some card draw I forgot about for no good reason. The One Ring. Unwinding Clock. I mean, is this a Lightning Greaves deck? Protecting our commander is nice, but the cool thing about Leo is it's mostly hidden information. Like, people don't really know what's coming. I don't have a God Pharaoh statue, lucky everybody else. Look at Forsaken Monument going, though. Thousand-Year Elixir is kind of tempting to use it again and again, but I don't know if that's even necessary. Enigma Jewel. That's pretty good. Pretty funky card, actually. I was looking at like Omen Hawker. Enigma Jewel is probably better. It's probably better. I like Idol of Oblivion, but not for this deck. Indomitable. I don't know if I'm going to be dealing enough damage with these creatures. Reaver Titan's interesting. Whenever it attacks, it deals 5 to each opponent. Boom. Kind of cool. I have. Mechanized production. That is funky. And I know I have that. Also, Prof's eidetic memory. Beginning of combat, your turn, if you draw more than one card this turn, put X counters. I think it's kind of a trick. I think you want to use this card at instant speed. This feels like a trap. Intruder Alarm is an interesting way to use it over and over, but it's got a big downside. Court of Vantress, though. At the beginning of upkeep, choose an artifact. If you're the monarch, you may... Yeah, I like Court of Vantress. Court of Vantress and Mechanized Production. We're probably gonna replace the Thopter themed cards. So like Distant Melody, right? You can go. And then do we want any of these Planeswalkers? That's right, the Seeker is pretty fun. I don't think it's necessary. How about Darksteel Citadel? Let me read the card again. Draw a card, then discard a card. If it was an artifact, exile it from your graveyard. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it. That's pretty cool. Seed of the Synod. Darksteel Citadel. Maybe I need more. What was the Darksteel Monument? More indestructible artifacts. It can block for me. Darksteel Monolith. And the One Ring. That seems really good. Maybe a Chroma's Memorial makes sense then? Yeah, we need stuff that's gonna like survive board wipes. We need stuff that's gonna block, because people are gonna definitely try to kill me. It's me. There's a Saga we didn't add to the deck. Minamo we can add to the deck. I think I added the Citadel. Darksteel Citadel. All right. Minamo, School at Water's Edge goes in. What was the other one I said? Urza Saga goes in. I don't like War Room ever. Three Tree City is interesting, right? Name Thopter. Still, it's really unlikely it actually breaks even. We don't have a way to make like 1 million Thopter tokens. It's not that much of a Thopter deck, in fact. Most of the, like, just make a bunch of Thopters isn't there. How many Urza Saga hits do we have? Is it just Soul Ring? Because I want the constructs. There's a Wayfarer's Bauble. That's not great. Is it 1 or 0 actually? 1 or 0. Okay, so we have an Ornithopter that it can get, and we have Mana Crypt. That's enough. That's definitely enough. All right, 115. Let's trim it down. We've got too many lands now. And we're definitely starting to lean into less and less and less basics. $23 is a good magic number. Michael Jordan fans get it. Cut the Kindred Discovery. I think so. Not that kind of deck. Cut Witness Protection. Keep Utter Insignificance, I think. Love the Flash Speed. Those are fine. Cut Winter Moon. Cut the Harbinger of the Tides, because we ended up running a lot of non-basic lands. 19 creatures is not very many. I think I might even be cutting Triskelion, but I do like the idea of it picking off some obnoxious things on the board. We added Season of Weaving, so maybe board wipes isn't what we need. How are we doing on like blue permanents? I actually have even some blue artifacts. Let's cut all his dust. Keep Raise the Palisade. Keep Season. Keep Ugin's Binding. I think we have a lot of ways to trigger it potentially from casting some of these, so that's good. I like Windfall. Still like all this removal. Still like High Tide as a ritual. Lots of cheap interaction. All right, any of these artifacts looking bad after our adjustments? Not really. Enigma Jewel? I still think this is a good card. Sneaky good card. One of my eyes wants to stop working. It's tired. It is late. Recording at 1 in the morning, but trying to get this to Stokes on time so I can get work done on the deck. And I have a serialized clock because I'm a baller. I don't remember the number. It's not a particularly hot number. All right, 6 cards. Cut 6. It's gonna be a tough one. Solar Transformer enters tapped. That's not great compared to a lot of our other options. Cut you. I remember knowing that we had, you know, maybe a ramp too many. Suspend. I like suspend a lot. We did add the binding though, since we did our spot removal. Binding's really expensive for spot removal, but still all right. I really don't want to cut creatures. I'm pretty low on creatures, to be honest. What is Ornithopter doing here? Just give me another artifact on the field? I don't think that's good enough reason to have it, though. But let's try to chill at 18. Four cards. I'm sure one of these spot removals can go. Should it be Suspend? Should it be Pongify? I've already shared my grievance with Pongify. We're going to cut it. I do not like giving my opponents things that are then just going to attack me. Bident. Does Bident stay? We don't have those 1/1 Thopters. We have 0/2 Thopters, and we don't have a lot of ways to pump them. I'm going to cut the Bident. So many good artifacts, though. I'm actually kind of excited about it. Is 5 damage to each opponent good? I mean, yeah, it's 15 points of burn for each attack. Kind of gross. And protection from mana value 3 or less also blocks a lot of things. Immortal Sun is sick. And Jimmy played this on game nights. I really enjoyed it. So hopefully I get to have some of the same absolutely amazing fun. All right. 2 cards. Do I need propaganda? I always feel like I need propaganda. Card wins me a lot of games. Especially now that we cut like Winter Moon. Slowing the opponent down is not going to be as easy. I think we can cut High Tide too, because we ended up adding plenty of non-basics. If we were still on 33 islands, High Tide would be great. Give me the Mill Earth one. Give me the Borderless. I think I can cut Mystic Sanctuary too. 100. That's 100. So we're on 37 MDFC lands, plus this is also a deck that runs Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt is like 2 lands. All right, I think we did it. I think that's gonna be our deck. So let's switch over our commander. And how long did that take? 54 minutes from 0 cards to 100 cards. Could be worse. Price tag on the deck. If it makes you want to puke. You don't have to use the fancy versions of all these cards. I do it because I like to. It was always my dream to like be able to collect shiny cards as a kid, but I could never even afford like foil anything. So I could afford like maybe a pack a week or 2 weeks, saving my allowance, doing chores. So, you know, living my best life now. And thank you to those of you who watch the content. You make a lot of that possible. Wizards of the Coast also has been much more generous the last 2 years. As well as I've had contracts to work for them, such as the official MTGA channel. And I put a lot of that money into either content for you guys or cards for myself. So that's where a lot of it comes from. All right, guys, that is gonna be my deck. I'm pretty sure I can do an all foil. I'll know for sure when I start pulling cards and collecting. Thank you for watching this. See you in the next one. You are cool.